How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Rouse back with another members first video, so that means channel members get to see this before anyone else. Today we are checking out some more Star Wars Black Series behind me. She doesn't look like this, like she looks over here, but we have Shaak Ti today from Star Wars The Black Series. You know me, I love me some female Jedi in general from the prequels and all that stuff, so had to grab her, had to grab Luminari on Jelly as well. She will be the next members first, but channel member and subscriber Leia Glacia voted and said we were going to do Shaak Ti first. So that's where we're going. So maybe that'll be a thing. Channel members will get to decide what my members first review is when I have a backlog of stuff. We'll work on that as well. So with all that being said, let's take a close look at the box and we'll get this bad girl open.
You will never convince me to betray my master.
Poor boy. The Sith always betray one another. But I'm sure you'll learn that soon enough.
Taking a look at the front of the box, you can see it says Star Wars The Black Series, and then we get Shaak Ti number 8 on the right side, Star Wars Attack of the Clones at the bottom, and of course the figure in the box. On this side, we get the Galaxy artwork, we get Shaak Ti meditating. On the back, we get that same artwork once again, and a blurb. A wise and patient Jedi Master, the Togruta Shaak Ti fought the Battle of Geonosis and supervised the training of clone cadets on Kamino. Open window on this side, Star Wars The Black Series. Top of the box, bottom of the box, and with all that being said, she's died so many different ways in so many different canons.
Is there a problem?
Now, I already did that one part, the filming beginning, so now we can just... I love to be loud while I'm filming. I don't know what it is. I just love to drop bowling balls down on the ceiling. We're just going to tear her out of the box. And there she is. I hate that. Why do they tape it? Just let it come out without being taped. All right, I got her out of the cardboard, plastic, all that stuff. There she is. Nice soft goods there. All right, so here is Shaak Ti out of the box. She's been in a lot of different Star Wars stuff. She was in the prequels. She was in the Clone Wars show. She was in The Force Unleashed. So there's a lot of different looks for her, but this is her most well-known look with the Jedi robes in the very long Leku, her blue lightsaber, and, you know, she's got combat boots. And I'm thinking that's because the wardrobe department was like, they're covered up. They won't show them anyway. But she was wearing those in the movie, and they did include them in here. So that's really nice. They're brand new combat boots that they sculpted. And there is some new articulation here as well. She's got neck articulation that's not on a ball peg. The neck is separate, but we'll go over that later. This is about what she looks like right now, and she looks beautiful. Just look at that face, the makeup, the face painting, the face printing. It's gorgeous. Those Leku stripes look wonderful, all the way up to the top of the horns, all the way down to the bottom. You know, her robes are like 3 or 4 different colors, and they're very pretty. And of course, her lightsaber blade is newly sculpted, and it's a nice dark blue. She looks great. I have no complaints. Even though she has pinned legs, that just adds more range to her because it's reuse. But that just gives her better articulation than most Black Series figures. And as you can see, with my lighting being better, my focus works a lot better. So my lighting was the biggest issue in my videos, and I'm hoping that having this new light that I got here will take out any of those, and I can even make it brighter if I wanted to. I'm hoping that'll get rid of any issues, lingering issues that I had with my production of my videos as far as how they look. So now it's just about perfecting everything, much like they did with this Black Series figure. They've been really knocking it out of the park this wave. Savage Press, Shaak Ti, Luminari on Dully looks great. I'm excited for Star Wars Black Series once again. It's been a long time. If they keep doing figures like this, I can rest easy knowing that Star Wars is going to keep making bangers. checking out her height. God, she's so pretty. I took her robe off and took her lightsaber off for, you know, the accessories afterwards. She stands at about 6¼ inches to the top of her leku. And I guess we'll just get right into the articulation, starting at her head, which goes forward about that far. And you can see the neck is a separate piece. So that's nice, although it doesn't really give her that much extra movement because the head seems to bounce back. This gets in the way, although it is soft. So it's not like it's hard plastic. Shoulders come at 90 degrees. We do get a beautiful butterfly joint, single hinge at the elbows. We get a ball peg at the waist, so she can go forward and backward. And then you get her legs coming forward that far, backward that far. She can kick her own butt and back almost. We do get a thigh cut. You can see the pin legs under there. A boot cut, rockers on the ankles, and all that stuff. So, you know, Black Series, they like do the single hinges, but when you get the extra range on those legs, it does make a difference. So I don't know why they went away from double hinges, being as, you know, Marvel Legends seems to have that down pat, but Hasbro makes some strange decisions sometimes. I think it's because they want to make them look more realistic and more like people, but they're action figures. All right, accessories. Let's just steamroll into it. So she doesn't come with much. This is a Black Series release after all. We do get a brown robe. No hood on that, because how would you put a hood over her leku? Well, actually there is a hood, but it's tied down. It's more of a collar than a hood, and you just kind of slide it on like you would put on a jacket, you know, put your arms to the back, put your arms through the sleeves, if you can find the sleeves. Well, easier said than done, Riley. Talking a big game and you can't even do it. Ugh, all right, let's see. Sometimes I need to be closer to do things. All right. So there's her robe. Back on. Almost. Yeah, there we go. All right, her robe is back on. So that's one accessory. Come on, arm. There we go. So she's got her robe, which is a different shade of brown than her skirt. And there is some stringy stuff down here. I'll have to cut that off because that doesn't look very good. It's a little raggedy. So she's got her soft goods cloak, and then she's got her blue lightsaber, which new handles sculpted, and the blade comes in and out. Oh, look at that. I like that blade. And then I'm sure there's a place, yes, there's a place on her belt to peg the lightsaber. So that is it for her accessories. You know what comes next. First of all, for scale and comparison, for a little bit of Clone Wars action, here she is with Ahsoka, another Togruta, and Anakin Skywalker. Next up, here she is with Obi-Wan and Mace Windu. Gosh, you know, Black Series really needs to make Ade Galea. She's a really cool character. I know a lot of the stuff about her isn't canon anymore, like Star Wars, Jedi Apprentice, and all that stuff. But she was in Clone Wars, and Savage killed her, and Obi-Wan was very upset. So they need to make Ade Galea. Here she is with Kit Fisto and Plo Koon. And lastly, for Star Wars Black Series and prequel Jedi that I have, here she is with Ayla Secura and Dickhead Ki-Adi-Mundi. And then lastly, here she is with Rowdy Riles and Rhea Ripley. I'd say that about does it.
You've served with Top?
Yes.
You must come with me.
With all due respect, General, I can't just abandon him now.
You must let the doctors do their work. Do not be afraid. Your friend is in quite capable hands. Dr. Nala Say is the chief medical scientist on Kamino. She was one of the primary engineers of all the clones.
So with all that being said, y'all, gosh, what a cool figure. She's really pretty. The cloth soft goods are great. The plastic is great. She's got some combat boots on there, which are accurate. So you know they made those, although she does have pinned legs. But they're double and they're hidden, so I'm not going to gripe about it. But unlike most Black Series figures, so she's highly articulated. And as much as people love Twi'leks and stuff, I think Togruta are even cooler. So I was already biased about Shaak Ti and Ahsoka and all that stuff to begin with. I like their leku is what those are called. They're very nice. Very nicely painted. Such a great figure. If you guys like this video, smash like, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed, become a channel member so you get to see videos like this one early before just regular subscribers, which are still special, but channel members. You guys are my Rowdy Rascals. You get an official title. You're all my Rowdy Rascals, but you get to officially call yourselves Rowdy Rascals if you're a channel member. So yeah, do all that stuff. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you have this figure. If you played The Force Unleashed, how your day is going. Just say hey. I love you. Keep your head up. Stay brave. Be kind to your local LGBTQ community. Check out the giveaways. I will see you next time, and bye-bye. I'm going to keep flexing. I'm going to keep doing it.